we're going to teach Mark how to get his breath to the side. We'll start with the pineapple drill. The pineapple drill is how you roll from your belly all the way to your back to get a breath. And the reason you should learn how to roll all the way to your back to get a breath is twofold. One, so that in case you're ever in trouble in the water, it's better to just float on your back and wait for rescue rather than trying to tread water straight up and down. Number two, developing the muscles required to roll all the way to your back will then allow you to just roll halfway to the side. It'll make it easier. Essentially, you're going to develop muscles to do more than they have to do, so that when you're asking them only to do half as much, it's way easier, way easier. So here's how it works. You'll be on your belly floating with your arms all the way out in front of you. When you hear me say roll, you're going to elbow the air with one elbow and then extend the hand out to the side. Okay, if you just elbow the water, you're going to end up sinking here. So elbow and then extend and get that hand back in the water, but on the other side of your body. Okay, so arms have to go from in the water to back in the water on the other side. Watch. Okay, it's very important that this arm gets in the water so that I can stay on my back. If it's still out of the water, I'm sinking. Okay, you're gonna try that now. Just a basic float and roll. All right. Good. Rolling to your back. Get your chin up higher than your forehead, like this. If your head's up like that, if your head's up out of the water, it's pushing you down, which makes it harder to stay up. Tilt that chin back. Go ahead. Good, chin up. Good. And now disembark whenever you want. You can roll back, or you can just stand up and put your feet on the ground. Good. That was way smoother than the first time. So let's do that about 2 more times, and then we're gonna use it with momentum. So I'll allow you to like pull into the breath. You're gonna start to realize, oh, that's a side breath. Good. One more time doing that. And when you get to your back, go ahead and clear any water that might be in your sinuses and breathe. Breathe. Good. Chin up, clear, and breathe. So now we're going to go into taking a pull. So you'll push off the bottom or the wall, wherever you want. You're going to push off, create a little bit of momentum, and then pull yourself into that full pineapple like this. And eventually both arms might come down to your side. That's okay, because you're using momentum. But when you're traveling through water, your body rises. Any sort of momentum will cause your body to rise in the water. So by creating this little bit of momentum, you're going to find it even easier than it was before. So right before you roll to your side, or as you roll to your side, I want you to blow the air out of your nose like a whale is clearing out of its blowhole. Okay, so it'll look like this. Blowing anything away, because sometimes when you roll to the side, all that water that's on your face still kind of just seeps its way in. Breathing okay there?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, good. So the blowhole technique of clearing the water away from your face and getting pressure from inside and releasing it outside should keep any water or lingering droplets going up your nose, or anything major from even going up your nose. Do that one more time. Chin is up. Good. Now you're ready to start doing like a few strokes at a time. Now, when it comes to the freestyle pull, what you're doing is you're taking water that's in front of you and you're redirecting it backwards, because the only way you move forwards in the water as a human is if you're redirecting water backwards. It's basic physics. The only way you're moving forwards is if you're redirecting water backwards. You've already established a kick, so you're moving water backwards with your legs. Now we're going to move the water backwards with our pull. We're not switching away from the breath. We're still talking about the breath, but this is just a simple learning how to redirect water backwards to keep you moving forwards will help you stay higher in the water to make the entire breathing process easier. To learn it makes it easier by moving. So at first we might stay here and sit in one place and try to roll and breathe, but don't worry, once you get moving, it's actually easier. So let's try probably 2 pulls and then a roll. So 2 pulls in a pineapple, it'll look like this. Then you can just sit up. Good. Do that 2 more times for a total of 3. The best way to get back to your belly after the pineapple is to take one arm and reach across your body and behind your body. Okay, so you're gonna go across and up back into another stroke. So I'll show you. You've already done 2 strokes. You're on your back, you're getting your breath. When it's time to go back to your belly, which it doesn't have to be 1 breath, you can take as many as you'd like at this point. You're gonna take one arm and you're gonna go across your body and behind you. Do another roll, another pineapple, another breath. Nice. Good. So now we're going to go into the 1-arm pineapple. This is a progression. This is a step between a half pineapple and a full pineapple. It's where on the 2nd stroke, I'm going to have him extend his arm out in front and roll, keeping that arm forward. When he's ready to roll back, he's going to roll back onto the arm. So earlier, he was rolling one direction and probably, I'll have to look at the footage again, probably continuing to roll in that direction when he was done. But now we're going to open and close a window. So when you open a window to roll onto your back, we're going to close that window to complete the breath. Okay, this will get you used to starting to breathe to the side where you don't rotate all the way around, you just go half right back in. So 1-arm pineapple, I'll show you what it looks like. Extend one arm on the last stroke, push it forward and roll onto it. Okay, we're gonna let Mark take a try. Up. Yep. You did it right. You did it right. You just had your head up too high, so it was gonna be hard for you to make the roll. Right. So when you get to your back, it's awkward to have one arm up. You feel off-centered or something. That's okay. Just keep reaching back farther and get your chin up. The extra stretch and keeping that chin back so your head is submerged underwater. When you're on your back, if you're lifting your head up out of the water, your head's like a bowling ball. It's going to sink you so fast, whether you realize it or not. It's just harder to do what you're doing. There it is. Yeah! You did. That was awesome. That was textbook. I mean, it might not have felt good to you, but that was more.
No, that I saw that too. I was like,
that was awesome. That was perfect. You do that like 10 more times, all of a sudden it'll feel natural. That was sweet. All right, we are ready for the half pineapple. So this is breathing to the side. This is the end result. Now, at first, I'll let you take more than one breath. So it's kind of like hand lead kicking. Hand lead kicking is just a drill where you have one hand extended the whole way and you're kicking. If you need a breath, you can breathe, but nothing changes. Your arms don't move. So we're gonna morph that drill in with his freestyle now to achieve a 2-breath or a 3-breath half pineapple. Essentially, I'm gonna say, turn to the side, only halfway, don't roll all the way to back, just turn halfway, extend that arm forward, and kick and breathe as much as you want. Breathe as much as you want. Eventually, we'll limit it to 2 breaths, then we're gonna limit it to 1 breath, and that's your side breath. You're done after that. You've got it, you've mastered, you've accomplished it, okay? So here's how it's gonna look next, Mark. You're gonna take 2 arm strokes, and then you're gonna roll your head to, or you're gonna turn your head to the side, and I want you to breathe behind you. You don't have to roll all the way to your back. Your shoulder can just stay here. It doesn't have to come all the way back into the water. But right here, I want you to turn your head to the side and then look backwards a little bit. Breathe back here. The most common mistake swimmers make when learning to breathe to the side is that they'll lift their head in front of them rather than turning it slightly behind them. Okay, I'll show you. I'm going to give him the kickboard here so he'll actually be able to hold something when he turns his head to the side, and it'll give him a lot more time and stability to get his breath. And then I'll take the kickboard away, and again, he'll be able to master it much quicker. Sometimes if it doesn't come right away, switch it up. Hold it at the bottom. Now with something to hold on to, I can stay here a little bit longer. Feels a little more comfortable, and then I'll resume. Cool. Good, and stop. Good. The only thing I'm going to change is that hand needs to be in the water. This back hand needs to stay underwater when you're breathing. If it's up here, it's pushing you down. It's working against you. If it's in here, it's not harming anybody. Well, get it in the water. There you go. When you breathe to your left, you're on your right side. Just then, I noticed that it was harder for you to get your breath there. You're more natural getting it to the right side, which is on your left. So for you, let's go 2 strokes and breathe to the right side every time. So take your first stroke with the right, take your second stroke with the left, and then pull with your right arm and breathe, 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 breathe. Left, right, left. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's like 1,000 times improvement.
It's insane. It's insane what a little bit of confidence in the instructor can do. If Will, while you're swimming, goes, that's like 1,000 times better already. And it's like, yeah, I agree. I see it.
Ford. I can't even
Talking about, baby. So the next thing we're going to have Mark do is lose the kickboard and practice the same drill. Now I'm going to have him use his imagination. I want him to actually pretend like he's still holding that kickboard. Not with his hand, but with the arm. Extending it forward. And when he's breathing, both arms are underwater. And his head is on his outstretched arm in front. Okay, so it's ear on your shoulder breathing. You don't have to glue it. If your ear comes up a little bit off your shoulder, that's fine. The idea is that you're not lifting your head out of the water and showing me your ear. I shouldn't be able to see your ear. Keep that ear underwater. Breathing with the majority of your head underwater is easier than you think. Because when you lift your head out of the water, all of a sudden, your mouth is really close to the surface of the water. And now you're dealing with unwanted and unwelcome water. But if you can stay fully elongated, stretched out, both arms underwater, head in the water, it's actually quite easy to breathe. I could do this without even kicking. It's easier if I kick, but because I'm balanced here with arms stretched in opposite directions, I could actually breathe like this without pushing. Oh. Water. Dude, let's go! That was insane! That was absolutely insane. That last breath you took, that hand came out of the water, and that's what did you in. You were like, okay, well, hold on, I need to stop. I need to regroup, reset. It's okay. But as soon as that goes wrong, you feel like you did something wrong, it's okay to stop yourself and reset. So now we're gonna use the keel. The keel is a good step between the kickboard, the hand kicking, and the actual swimming of the stroke. So the keel is this device created by Arena where you can hold it back here and it kind of gives you this catch-up freestyle stroke, but it's like giving him another thing to hold on to, something tangible to hold on to, so that when he stretches his arm out front and he starts breathing to the side, he can kind of use this to feel control. Now you're just gonna switch one arm at a time. Pinch it back here. Yep, pinch it back here. You're not gripping it on the front, you're not, right? You're not, which is good. But I find people will grip it like that. You're supposed to hold it from back. Good. Ready? Oh, and in case you ever forget, there's a little diagram right there for you. Go. At first, you were breathing every 4 strokes.
I know. I caught that.
At first, he was breathing every 4 strokes and realized, uh-oh, I'm running out of air. It's too hard. He switched to 2. Everything started looking a little bit better, became a little bit easier for him. If that's you out there and you're feeling like things are really hard for you, you're probably taking too many strokes between breaths. I'll say it again, swimming should not be a sport of breath holding. Obviously, I'm not asking you to try to breathe underwater, but you should be getting your breath long before you need a breath when you swim. That way you never find yourself at that oxygen-deprived state. If you like this video, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and consider becoming a member today. If you want your own private lessons in person or online, head over to our Rocket Swimming website. If you want shorter videos and tips throughout the week, follow us on our other social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. If you want your own Rocket Swimming merch, you can find that on the Rocket Swimming website as well, or you can find it on these YouTube videos. That's it. Thanks for watching this video. Get ready to rock it to the moon.